Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rock. Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check 53, Hey, here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go,
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 180! 31's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. Throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Lock! 53, Mike. Hey, Haywood!
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
set. 18 Gator. 56. Too little, Cupcake.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Yo, 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 56, right there. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, Alpha. Yep, General West.
56. Watch the curl. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hit it.
From the gun, here's Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
On first down, it's Hill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
87's getting the ball. But, got to get the point. Get on the point right here.
Throwing again. Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch twist.
80 weapons.
13.
Hey, orbit.
Go ahead.
From the 44, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Hill going back to the air on 2nd down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
60 outlaw. Topper.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hill. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Hey, Echo.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Goodwin able to haul it in. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
53 is the mic. Quit talking about it.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Good stuff.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Hill. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Buying time to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
X3, 218, chop.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21. Here we go. Spill.
Watch the whip.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Flush to his right, and this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Greystone, Travis. White. I got you.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, zoom. Let's go.
To throw again, Hill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We want it. Come. Hey, Charlie.
On the ball. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Kermit.
Shoot.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
65.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 49 yards. The Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush. 6-6, pull it high.
Check safety, check safety.
Get it.
Kamara. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Toss play, Kamara. Oh, look at that. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Hill. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Team 6. Snap.
Hill on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 29-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Hill. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, Haywood. 35.
Hill looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Is that happening? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Go.
3 down. 31's the mic.
Hey, gun.
Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one. There, but at least it does get him to fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but now it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, tight.
Shoot.
Out of the gun, Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On first down, here's Breida. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I got you. Pick the edge, pick the edge.
Come, come. 11, 11, 11, 11. 10.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
I got you. Hey, check, check. 3 down.
To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Check 52.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the 39, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
A 35-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
On 4th down, Hill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run with Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
General West.
They go with Murray again. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
It's 4th down.
Smooth.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Get it.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This is Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hill now to throw. It got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 78 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider. He might try and run past.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And looking at it from the